Hi everyone, welcome to Allie Likes to Write. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for listening. I thought tonight I would sort of tell a quick little story. I actually saw a picture of a waterfall when I turned on the computer just now, so it sort of inspired me, and I think maybe I'll tell a quick little story from that. And then I wanted to go ahead and play on my handpan after I tell the story and see if you can sort of follow along, remembering the story that I just told, and see if you can kind of hear that go through the music in the handpan. So sort of like what I did in my last video, which was so super fun. So I just thought I would try doing it again and doing something just slightly different. Also, I had several people tell me that they would rather see the handpan and see me actually play than to actually just stare at my face the whole time I'm playing, which I completely get. It's a little weird. So we'll just try that this time and see how it goes. So for the short story, a young unicorn goes to take a drink from a beautiful crystal lake. At the end of the lake, there's a large waterfall that's sparkling and shimmering and bubbling when it touches the water. It's a peaceful, relaxing, beautiful place. She takes a drink and then she stoops to take another. And as she takes a second drink, she notices something from the corner of her eye at the very top of the waterfall. She looks up and a bright red sprite is holding on for dear life at the top of the waterfall. He doesn't want to fall over because, well, everyone knows that sprites can't swim. The unicorn knows this too. She runs to the end of the waterfall, to the very edge, and she looks way up there at the sprite and she says, "Sprite, I'll catch you. If you just let go, I promise I'll catch you." Because not a lot of people know this, but unicorns can't actually fly. Only Pegasus can fly. But this particular unicorn was very, very kind, and she wanted to help in any way possible, and she just knew she could catch the sprite. But the sprite was holding on for dear life, and he said, "No, I'm too scared. I just can't let go." Even though the unicorn promised to catch him, he just couldn't do it. So she thought, and she thought, and she said, "I know." And she put all of her energy and all of her powers into her horn, and she thought really, really hard about a rainbow. So in just a split second, a beautiful rainbow shot out of her horn, and it shot all the way up to the very tippity top of the waterfall where the little sprite was still hanging on for dear life. And this was a special kind of rainbow, not a normal kind of rainbow. This was the kind of rainbow that you could walk on. And she caught up to the sprite and she said, "There's a very special rainbow right at your feet." And he used one foot and tapped it, and the other foot tapped it, and he stood on it. And the unicorn said, "Now all you have to do is slide down the rainbow right to me. You'll come all the way down to the edge of the waterfall, safe and sound." So the little sprite, even though he was afraid, he did just that. After testing it out with both feet, he jumped on his bottom and he slid all the way down the slide, the rainbow slide, to the bottom of the waterfall. He met the unicorn there and he said, "Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be your friend forever." And the unicorn said, "You are most welcome, friend sprite, as long as you'll be there for me like I was able to be there for you." And the sprite said, "Of course I will. Thank you for everything." And they were best friends for the rest of their lives. The end. Okay, kind of a cute, fun little story there. But I think now I'm going to try to play a little something that maybe sort of sounds like the way the story was playing out in my head. So, here's the handpan down here before I forget to do that again, so you can actually see me playing it. My little UFO guy here. Alrighty. And here's a little something. Okay, so I don't know if you could kind of follow along with what I had going on in my head. That's kind of a crazy place to be, but maybe it sort of made sense. Maybe it sort of flowed a little bit, but just kind of one way that maybe you can see that you get inspiration from everywhere, and inspiration sort of creates other inspiration too. And I think I've always thought that music and storytelling goes great together. I'm sure everybody feels that way because anyone who's ever watched a movie with a amazing soundtrack will feel the same way. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Have a fantastic night.